Hi, I'm Mark Laux, Extension Weed Scientist at Ohio State University. We do a lot of research out here at the Western Branch OARDC near Springfield. A lot of total pre-emergence plots, a lot of pre-emergence followed by post-emergence plots, and some total post-emergence plots. And we're having one of those years. It's been wet, and you've probably observed the same thing we have. The weeds just keep on coming. And, it can be kind of heartbreaking, actually, to have corn that's completely clean and weed-free at a certain point, and then come back a couple weeks later and find some weeds are in there. And I'm just making this video spot to remind you that these weeds that come in late are really not a problem from the perspective of yield. I do run into people sometimes that go out very late in corn with glyphosate or something else and try to clean these up. But you have to put a little bit of perspective on it, okay? So what we're seeing in a lot of our plots is you have plots that were essentially clean probably 3 weeks ago, and we're starting to see some grass come in. You can see some late giant ragweed come in, and then that weed that's kind of covering the ground, there's prickly sida. Morning glory is another notorious one for coming in late. So you can look at a plot like this and think, man, this is not very good weed control, but the corn's well ahead of the weeds. Those weeds are really not going to impact yield, and you really have to question whether you can do any good by going out there to spray. That's really a very good plot. If you look at the untreated plot for this test, we do seed weeds out here to keep the populations high. That's what we were looking at in an untreated. So that plot's essentially, as I rated that, 100% on 4 or 5 weeds, probably a 90 or an 80 on giant rag. Got some prickly sida coming in and a little bit of grass, but it's really not going to impact yield. So the main thing I'm trying to get across here today is we are having one of those years when there's a lot of weeds. If your corn got off to a good start, you go out this time of the year and you find a few weeds down in there, don't panic. It's really not worth your time to go spray those. Go spray some soybeans, go fishing, take your kids fishing, take your grandkids fishing, go biking, do whatever you like to do.